With the revelation of Iqra in the cave of Hira, the course of history had been irrecoverably altered. Muhammad, now known as the Prophet Muhammad, was entrusted with a divine mission to guide humanity to the path of righteousness and monotheism. As the Prophet received more revelation from Allah through the angel Gabriel, he shared these teachings with a small group of close companions, including his beloved wife Khadijah. The message was clear that there is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger. These revelations covered various aspects of his life, ethics, and also spirituality, and were gradually compiled into what we now know as the Quran. The early years of the Prophet's mission were challenging. The Mecca society was deeply rooted in polytheism and tribalism. The message of monotheism threatened the established order and economic interests tied to the Kaaba, which was a center for polytheistic pilgrimage. The Quraysh, who were once custodians of the Kaaba, viewed the Prophet's message as a threat. They then resorted to persecution and harassment, targeting the new converts to Islam who were often vulnerable and marginalizing members of society. The Prophet and his followers endured immense hardship, but their faith still remains unshaken. The story of Sumayyah bin Hayat, one of the early converters of Islam, has one of his statements to the strength and resilience of the early Muslim community. She and her family faced severe persecution, but Sumayyah still refused to renounce her faith, even in the face of torture. Sumayyah's unwavering faith made her the first martyr in Islam, and her story became a symbol of the early Muslim community's determination. So, despite the adversity, the Prophet continued to preach the message of Islam with patience and perseverance. His message then began to resonate with a growing number of people, including individuals from different tribes and backgrounds. The early Muslims then formed a close-knit community that provided support and solace in the face of persecution. A turning point in the early mission of the Prophet occurred during a time of great sorrow and personal loss. The Prophet Muhammad's beloved wife, Khadijah, and his uncle Abu Talib both passed away. Their support has been a source of comfort and protection, and their loss was deeply felt. With the protection of his uncle gone, the Quraysh intensified their persecution in the year of 622 before century? No, 6th century, in the search of a safe haven for his followers. The Prophet Muhammad, at the command of Allah, embarked on the historic journey of Hijrah, or in English, migration, from Mecca to Yathrib, that was later known as Medina. Now, this migration marked the beginning of a new chapter in the history of Islam. The early years of the Prophet's mission were marked by adversity, but they also laid the foundation for the spread of Islam in Medina. The Prophet continued to receive revelation, and the Muslim community grew in strength and number. The principles of justice, compassion, and monotheism espoused by the Prophet Muhammad began to shape the course of history, and his mission to guide humanity had only just begun. Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.